Hello everybody and welcome to Langreskaya. That's the map for this third game in our episode 7 King of the Hill. And once again, you've seen a lot of him from the end of last week and the start of this week. It is insane DevM playing as the austere on the south side of Langreskaya. Momo, who's he up against?
He's up against the Russian legend himself, repping the Russians in the north spawn of Langreskaya. It is Nico, aka Naga, aka Ruka clan leader, I believe. He's actually here trying to take down. Is he our longest running king now? DevM?
I don't think
season?
so, actually. I think
Is it Nico himself?
Nico is himself is the longest running king.
Yeah.
From episode 3.
So he's out to reclaim the throne, and he's blessed us with a beautiful Eastern Front Army showdown on a legendary map. So I'm ready for this, Stormless. You know, I just noticed he has anti-infantry tactics in his loadout. Is this some kind of anti-DevM commander he's put into his loadout? Because he did not have this before.
I don't know, but I love it. Not sure what it's for. But interesting, I mean, he hasn't gone in for Armored Assault, and I guess if players don't pick that from the start, they're not utilizing the radio intercept. So perhaps means that out of the 2 commanders remaining, maybe one of those is going to be the selection. DevM here, we see him going up with the Grenadiers. He's taking advantage of the green cover sandbags that Nico built.
Yeah, unfortunate for Nico. Didn't get a chance to wire it off or anything, and DevM is slowly creeping up with his MG42. Nico tried to flank with his combat engineers, but just got suppressed at the tail end of that arc, and these pioneers are going to clean that up.
Those engineers, yeah, that was just so unlucky, I think. So unlucky for them to not be able to get on the back of that
coming
MG.
here. Coming for a flank on this MG who's very low. He's got the flank perfectly in place. It's going to be on the retreat path as well. Look at the spread on this MG squad. They're super split up. Look at him waiting for his the crew to actually catch up. Good flank from Nico. Utilizing that conscript start very well. Just prevented the cutoff push from DevM. Forced back 3 squads to base, so now it's going to get some chance to actually cap some territory. He's actually had more income than DevM this whole time, since DevM forgoed capping his own fuel and munitions to cutting off Nico. So that's going to give Nico a good little boost.
Sorry, Momo, I was just turning the brightness down a little. Langreskaya is higher brightness than a lot of the other maps in this game.
Yeah, fair enough. Can't have the viewers be blind or have to pop out their sunglasses.
Getting your shades out whilst watching Company of Heroes. But early game, I mean, I think this is fairly standard at the moment. One thing that isn't standard though, DevM did not take his fuel on the left side, hasn't had the opportunity to get up there yet, so Nico at the start of this I think is a really good advantage. He's taken more strategic points, so his income is a lot higher right now. DevM perhaps playing a bit of catch up as he's down to, going to be down to 2 territories.
Never capped his fuel or munis. He never capped them. He was so aggressive on the cutoff push in the beginning that he wanted to get units on there to make it, you know, a successful push that he, you know, didn't cap out anything. And Nico actually got Molotovs too. I don't know if you noticed, he tossed one earlier. But this has been, look at this, his map is all blue.
Well, can I point out as well that in the first game where Bulat played, we were kind of looking at the, you know, the 3 conscript build and being like, oh, you know, it's a bit weak on this. But actually, I think this is how you're supposed to play that conscript build. You've got to take advantage of having more units on the field quickly and then make advantage on the resource income that you're going to get off the back of that. So fully expect to see Nico back in his base soon, building, you know, building a tier.
Look at these tripwire flares on the left Very hard to spot, but I just saw him planning. I think he put 2. No, just I think it's just 1. But yeah, that's, sorry to cut you off, but that's super effective against Austria with their 4-man squads. Tripwire flip. Sorry, Stormless.
No. I was finished anyway. But I've not seen the tripwire flares. I can see there's a mine on the left. Oh, there we go. We don't need to figure out where it is now. It's pretty obvious. Flare's gone in the air. Helping Stormless detect things on the map. There we go. There's the tier 2 coming in from Nico. Exactly what we expect. No commander picks yet. And after those first engagements, Nico just with a little bit of a lead in manpower. But a huge lead in resources. That's the one thing definitely to talk about.
Should be a quick tier 2 to tier 3 build. Just getting that necessary tech structure down so you can actually build the tier 3. Yeah, there it is. It's gonna be pretty quick T70. Will be on time for Nico thanks to that early successes. Just trying to hold on to his territory. Devem's trying to push back now to take his fuel.
I just love this. Again, such aggression from Nico. Devem, I think, thought maybe he was a little bit safe. I'm surprised Nico didn't go for the decap on the strategic point outside Devem's base there. Actually, he's going to use these conscripts to swarm the MG42. And again, Devem having to retreat, I think, is a vital unit against this 4 cons build.
Yeah, I thought he was going to build another MG42, but he elected to go for the 4th Grenadier. So he's looking for the long haul matchup between the 2 mainline infantry squads. Him having the advantage of being able to get MG42s when he gets the chance. No commander selection from Devem, so I was thinking we might see the veteran squad leaders out of German infantry, because that really gives them the edge over conscripts with the extra man and the G43. But he's actually getting a very late 222.
I guess the one thing that sometimes maybe worries me about those commander picks is that you don't get those call-ins, and you know, it looks like maybe he will have to face a bit of a struggle on resources in this game. Perhaps he wishes he had something like mobile defense.
Yeah, rest in peace. It's actually still a decent pick, but yeah, it's not as, you know, batshit OP like it was before, where it was just a counter to all allied early game. But T70 is in production.
Yep, I think, you know there's problems when your scout car comes out at the same time as your opponent's T70. That's not to say that Devem is without opportunities in this game. I still think absolutely he is.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Nice, there's a rifle grenade as the conscripts get into cover there. The grenadiers. And Devem, they just want to stop that decap on the strategic point. You can see Devem really making sure he's got his as much resource income as possible. And you can definitely sense the desperation when you see a move like that.
Oh no, MG42 is about to go down. Oh no. T70 cleans up a quick early kill. Devem trying to recover with the rifle nade. I don't know if he'll be able to get it. That's clear to the Soviet base there. It's a huge loss for Austria. Devem going for a second scout car.
Second scout car is an interesting choice. No AT gun. And that kind of suggests to me Devem still plans to play offensively. I hope Devem realizes there are a lot of mines have been planted by Nico. And actually the scout car is going over towards that area at the moment. You can see they're all over the right VP.
Yeah, look at that. 2 of them on the VP there. Yeah, it looks like kind of swarm play on the T70 with 2, maybe even 3 scout cars. I don't know if 2's enough. If Nico techs up to 18 nades, it's not done so yet. T70 is getting pretty low. He's just going for it.
I like it, actually. I think that seems to have done the job. It's a mobile counter to the T70, where perhaps the AT gun would have struggled. As long as he can keep those 222s alive, I think he's onto something. I gotta say, I really like that about DevM, is that, you know, sometimes can do things we don't necessarily understand, see it in action. He needs to be so careful of that mine. As soon as that scout car reverses.
Yeah, it's right on top of
it. Yep. This is gonna be painful. Oh, this is so lucky. This is so lucky. If anything had pushed that scout car. If anything had pushed that scout car.
Oh.
There you go. Detonated on the grenadiers there. Yeah.
There we go. He's finally getting a mine sweep. There's a pack though coming from DevM, along with Nico's second T70 to try to counter this 222 spam. These pioneers need to be careful. They just took half their health from one shot there. The extra damage they take from repairing. Still no commander selection as either player. Just a good old Eastern Front Army beatdown going on.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. Good game so far, and Nico, he's had a great lead into this game. DevM, I think, is starting to show signs of coming back. The build seems stable enough for now. The AT gun has arrived and is positioning up to try and deal with the T70s. That's a nice first hit. Can he get that second one off?
Get it?
Oh!
The attack round's coming. It just went right through the T70 Stormless. On my screen, it literally went through.
I
made no sense.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, ground attack, no reliability there. It's unfortunate.
As Paul would say, Nico is a big old lucker. Right.
The third.
There we go. 666 coming out. 666.
DevM revealing his true identity.
There's those nice Molotovs that we love to see from conscripts at Vet 2. Throw it like a regular nade. No long wind-up time. Means that DevM had to pull back from those 2 engagements. Ate the mollies.
The nice thing about the scout cars here is it's such a mobile response to any of these infantry pushes. And Nico hasn't teched up to AT grenades in this game, so maybe it will force some kind of fuel spend that I don't really think he can afford right now. DevM going for the 4th 222.
Magic 8.
I mean, you know what both players are doing. It's almost like this kind of... It's almost like they've previously agreed this before playing the game. That's how I'm feeling about this right now.
Yeah, and with that, as you said, he's forced to get 18 nades to stop this. He's got the munitions to sway too. There goes the first one. Might be the end of one of our beloved 222s, the highly vetted one at that. T70 getting their shots in, finish it off. Pack though connects that long range shot, hits vet 1, almost takes out one of the T70s. Give them some room to push to the cutoff.
Difficult spot for Nico. Now going to be fighting to defend that strategic capture point, which connects him to everything else on the map right now. It's a great opportunity for DevM to capture it. The 3 222s that he's built during this game. There's no mines on this point. Devem is, of course, running up with the Minesweeper, so...
He's just running in towards base to get a nice little peek of what's going on. Solid scouting from Devem. Moving up his pack and his alliance of 222s.
It's a great movement, to be honest. I think couldn't have done better there to try and get this game back in balance by completely disconnecting Nico from resources. Now he's got a bit of time to work his own strategy. Nico there has gone for shock rifle.
There we go. There's shock rifle, and we can assume that Devem will go for mech assault to call in a tiger. Oh, here comes the incendiary. Let's see if Devem can get out of here.
Oh no! The 222s might be pushing that grenadier back. The flames.
Lots of chaos here, trying to retreat. So many close calls on these T-70s. Nice little tactic there to spread out all of Devem's forces, forcing them to readjust. Nico going for his Zis gun. Good call against this many scout cars. Gonna need that long range firepower. T-70 get too close to the scout cars with the pack right behind it. Gonna need an asymmetrical counter. Oh man, that X shot. How did he have vision of that? Must be the Vet 2 scout car giving him the additional vision.
Yeah. From the center VP, it can actually see all the way over to the edge of the strategic point outside of Nico's base. So.
Keep that thing alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as narrow of a map that Langres is, that'll be very... It's gonna be a while before Nico can get the IS-2. Resource-wise, CP-wise, he's committed so much. 70 pop cap into tier 1, tier 2, and the 2 T-70s. Devem, as we foretold, has locked in mech assault, so we have a pretty old school Eastern Front Army command showdown. Shock rifle versus mechanized assault.
I'm guessing then we don't see any escalation in terms of attacking for Devem at all. And I really hope we get to see a tiger.
Same.
I mean, I'm not saying it'll produce the best game in the world. I'm just saying that I would love to see the tiger. One of this game's greatest assets.
You should see the new OKW tiger. I was using it yesterday, trying to get it to Vet 5. Thing is gonna be a beat.
Just what this game needs.
Another attack ground attempt there. Combat engineers moving in. Create some ground for the conscripts maybe. Getting decimated.
Oh, so much going on here. Nico just establishing quite a large front line. I think he's trying to encompass the 3 victory points so he can just keep strangling Devem into making choices maybe he otherwise wouldn't. And it's just so mobile. This game is so mobile with these with the 222s and the T-70s in bulk. And there's a constant movement going on with these vehicles. Hitting left to right. Overextensions could be very dangerous. We're seeing that from Nico here. He's got to retreat a long way with these conscripts. Is Devem going to body block? Doesn't look like it.
Just going to go for the cap. There's the T-70. Second Pack 40 coming up for Devem. His current AT gun is in base reinforcing. He's got to rush back onto the field now. Gonna try to force off this Grand is really low, Stormless. If he gets a good spread on these T-70 shots, I think they get wiped out.
Oh, they refocused. They refocused to the scout cars. Good save from Devem. Oh, Momo, I think we know where this game is looking to go at the moment, provided DevM can keep on top of at least one VP. I think we're going to see the Tiger versus IS2. And there's still no teching from DevM, so...
Yeah, he's going to need this one-man Gren to cap. Look at this. Nico looking for the wipe, but... Let's see, where's this gun on all this?
Oh, it's
Oh,
nice. He
target
actually
weak
gets
point.
the stun with the AT gun. There's the finish. One T70 down. Great use of that ability. There are not enough players utilizing target weak point in these engagements. That is great.
Yeah, very good pickup. And no losses on top of that. Incendiary Barrage coming down on the packs, but I think he misjudged the movement there. It's going to be an easy dodge. Maybe a little bit of damage. Still, with all this, Nico has got the triple cap steadily placed on him. And he's just around the corner of the IS-2. Just needs about another 80. And the big boy, Yosef, on the field.
I think that DevM is pretty prepared for this though. He's got the two Vet 2 scout cars, plus the 2 AT guns, one with target weak point from the veteran C. I mean, there is more than enough to stall and penetrate an IS-2, but he doesn't want to be sending his AT guns with low health like that.
I'm just concerned, yeah, the low health pack, it's his vetted one at that. He needs to get that back to base. IS-2 is now hitting the field.
Well, we'll have a look at that in a minute. This is a good flank from Nico here. He's trying to get around the back of the AT guns, wipes a Grenadier. And DevM is forced to backpedal with the AT guns, taking the long route back to base. And yeah, as you mentioned, IS-2 now on the field.
And that MG42 in the right side VP house is giving these two Grens so much trouble. Conscript almost goes down to the 3 222s. But no MG42 means that Nico can maneuver how he pleases. Here comes the IS-2 looking to clean up these scout cars. Where's the packs on all this? In the back of the map. There goes our Vet 2 scout car.
Ground attack.
This Nico just going to bait.
And he knows as well, no chance of that Faust snaring with full health on the IS-2. So IS-2 is perfectly clear here. We'll probably take a shot on this mortar.
Oh. DevM still 15 fuel away from his own heavy.
Yeah, but he's only got 80 VPs left at the moment. And that is a huge problem. You can see the desperation in the center a second ago. He was trying to decap with the Grenadiers. And
yeah,
they're suffering.
He's really got to get something on the VP. But Nico's got the more coherent composition here. He isn't taking any losses. Besides the 370. IS-2 moving to counter the scout car wrap around. Looks like the Vet 3, I believe we got to Vet 3. It's going down. Here comes another incendiary, gonna cover the packs. Oh
that
no!
Is a beautiful prediction. Vet 2 on the pack gun goes down. That means there is no longer a target weak point to help deal with the IS-2. That's a huge pickup and a great incendiary barrage from Nico. DevM drops from the game. Doesn't even want to live out this engagement. That was a great finish. And what a great mid-tier game that was.
That was awesome. Just as he got the Tiger available for deployment, just things fell apart before he could call it in.
Absolutely. Just want to point out, by the way, I say mid-tier. I don't mean in terms of players. I just mean in terms of stage of the game with the T70s, scout cars. That was beautiful. And before we go back in, just check out the stats for that. If anyone's interested to see. But yeah, you can see that Nico bringing that IS-2 in early. Such a big advantage from that early game. Great game.
GG.